History on Earth is remarkably easy to delete. When a new power takes over, libraries are burned and texts are rewritten. Truth is often at the mercy of whoever has the resources to suppress it. If a perfect hierarchy of guides existed before the physical world was even built, their proof could not be left on something as perishable as paper or stone. It would require a record that is public, visible, and immune to tampering. This weathered stone tablet shows how we first tried to trap time in clay. But while stone crumbles, the oldest clock in the sky remains untouched. The moon has hung above every human head since the beginning, ticking in units that no one can erase. Look at the calligraphic metalwork on this astrolabe. Every major civilization, the Sumerians, Mayans, and Chinese, calibrated their lives to the lunar cycle. They recognized it as the one timekeeper that can't be rewritten by a king or a conqueror. This celestial pendulum swings for everyone. Regardless of geography, the moon governs the tides, the migrations of animals, and the basic rhythms of human life across the entire planet. This diagram shows the mechanical heartbeat of that system. The moon waxes from new to full for roughly 14 days, then wanes back to nothing for another 14. These two blocks create the 29.5-day month, separated only by a brief seam. Standard orbital mechanics explain how this happens. The moon's position relative to the sun creates these phases through a combination of gravity, distance, and orbital velocity. It appears as a simple byproduct of physics. But why do these universal constants, the exact strength of gravity and the specific distance of the moon, align to produce the number 14 twice over? Why is the most visible clock in the sky calibrated to this specific number? In our previous look at the origin of the universe, we saw that guidance preceded creation. If that pre-existent hierarchy consists of 14 infallible members, then the 14-day lunar rhythm becomes a physical echo of that metaphysical reality. The moon reflects the count of the council it mirrors. Every person who has ever looked up and tracked the days between the new and full moon was reciting the same number that identifies the universe's intended guides. This 14-day cycle tells a recurring story of light and shadow. During the 14 days of waxing, the moon grows from a sliver into a radiant disk. Light increases and the night is slowly conquered. This phase represents the witnesses rising into public authority, where their presence is undeniable and the path is illuminated for everyone. Then the light retreats. The next 14 days represent a period of suppression and hiding. The witnesses are imprisoned or killed, and the darkness seems to consume everything they built. Note the strict limit on that shadow. The waning phase is mathematically capped at exactly 14 days. The period of diminishment has a fixed, unchangeable term. This cycle functions as a guarantee written in the sky. It suggests that while truth can be suppressed on Earth, its disappearance is only temporary. The return of the light is as certain as the orbital mechanics themselves. This relationship between the moon and its masters was proven in a moment where the physical clock was intentionally broken. Traditional records describe the Prophet Muhammad pointing his finger toward the moon, causing it to be cleft asunder. The celestial pendulum was split in two. A split moon cannot maintain its phases or pull the tides with precision. Its function as a timekeeper effectively ended in that moment, creating a crisis for a universe that supposedly runs on autopilot. Yet, the moon was restored. The two halves glided back together and fused into a perfect sphere, healing without debris or causing a planetary cataclysm. This event suggests the universe is not a dead machine, but an instrument that responds to a conscious authority. The prophet demonstrated that he belongs to the very hierarchy for which the moon was set in motion. Crucially, the 14-day rhythm resumed without skipping a single beat. The count was not lost because it is held by a consciousness that exists beyond the physical rock. The moon is merely the display. Those who wish to suppress the truth have many tools on the ground. They can assassinate the guides and burn the history books. They can turn the majority of society against the truth. But they cannot edit the sky. They have no way to reach up and alter the celestial bodies that testify against them. Look at the scale of this witness. Every month, the moon continues its 14-day beat directly above the false narratives. It recites the story of the witness's rise and suppression, regardless of what is happening on the ground. The moon is the one witness that can't be killed. It publicly repeats the number of the 14 infallibles every single month, waiting for someone to notice the pattern. While the darkness on Earth is our own creation, the sky remains uneditable. It guarantees that the guides will return. But who are these 14? If the moon is their sign, what is the sun's role? In our next entry, we name the two supreme witnesses.